Okay, so today we have Miss Thalia J, and she's a Twitch streamer and she's also a photographer. How are you doing today, Miss J?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. All right, so my first question is, when's your birthday?
My birthday was actually just last month. It was on the 19th of September.
That's cool. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Virgo. What do they say about Virgos?
I don't really look into horoscopes much, but they say like they have a very balanced life. Like if they have different things that they're into, they're very good at like balancing like work from like social groups and stuff like that. So
hmm what did you do for your birthday?
when I went skating. I I went to go see my derby friends and just skate the day away.
That's cool. Do you have your skates with you?
I do, I do.
Can I
Do you want me
see them?
to? Yeah.
Yeah, I seen them
Um,
earlier when you was working on your wheels.
yeah, these are my skates.
All right, so what's that thing in the front of them? And the not the stopper, but the
This right here.
yes. What is that?
So this is a protective piece. I call it like a toe strap. It's got like a million different names, but essentially it's to protect your boot because when you wear it down here, you can't get it replaced.
As you can see, it does a great job.
Okay, I wore this down and then got these. Okay, chill.
Apparently, your guys'
What
dad has a harassed.
Shh.
what is it made out of?
It's made out of leather.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Can you explain your
Don't
wheels?
pass out.
'Cause they are different
Um,
colors.
yeah. So my wheels are actually two different hardnesses. I don't know how to word that correctly. Essentially, the harder your wheels are, the better for a surface that is sticky. So that would be like hardwood floors at a skating rink. And then the softer your wheels are, better for it's better for any surfaces that are. You made me lose my train of thought because I started hearing what you guys were saying. I need some chill. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so for a sticky floor, you would use a harder wheel, and then for a slippery floor, you would use a softer wheel. And so because I skate on both, I have a hybrid of both. These are 95 A's versus 84 A's.
Does the size of the wheel matter?
The size of the wheel, it can matter, but in this case, it doesn't. As you can probably see, these are two different sizes. It's not going to affect me too much. I'm probably going to buy another set of 85s. We'll see how that goes. Most of the time, people who play derby sometimes end up with 4 different size wheels.
That's
um,
cool.
Same as figure skaters. It just depends on what each wheel is used for. So, yeah.
What made you get into roller derby? Roller derby.
I had gotten really deep into skating. I had been skating a couple of times a week, every week for a while, and I would see the derby folks come in, and they would practice their drills, and I'd be like, that looks like fun. Eventually, we had some folks from a co-ed team come in, and they had told me, "Yeah, you should try it out. This is my coach's name, this is his phone number," and so I reached out to him, and that was that. I just started playing after that. So.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, may I ask how
Sorry, the
old are
cat
you?
just like headbutt the wall.
May I ask how old are you?
How old am I? I am currently 18.
18. That's cool. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color. Oh, my favorite color is purple.
What's your favorite number?
My favorite number is probably 14.
14. That's cool. What are your top five favorite foods?
Top 5 favorite foods. First would probably be ice cream. I love ice cream. Um, Behind that would probably be burgers. Burgers or slash steak because I like meat. I like red meat. I like salads a lot. Sushi rolls, not sashimi. Uh, And I don't know what the last one would be. I like chips and salsa. It doesn't have to be specific chips necessarily, but it's a good combo. So
Absolutely. What are your top 5 favorite restaurants?
top 5 favorite restaurants, like sit down restaurants or like fast food? Sit down. Ooh, okay. I would say Red Robin. These are not in order from 1 to 5, but Red Robin, Teatro Zanzani, no, we're not saying that.
Wait a minute. You put Teatro in the same category as Red Robin.
Yeah, it's a sit-down restaurant.
One place where it costs like $50 to get in, and then like half your wallet to even get a meal.
Yes.
On the
Okay.
same thing as Red Robin, which is basically slightly more expensive than fast food.
So, Teatro Zanzani is a 5-course meal and like entertainment restaurant, which I think is really cool. And I've been there once. Yes, they do.
What did they do? They moved to California.
It's a very cool restaurant, and I would love to go there again. And their food is really good. Let's see, Red Robin. I already said.
You got from when you went there.
When I went there, oh my goodness. What did we have? It was a 5-course meal, right? We had a soup, a salad, we had an appetizer.
The main entree.
5-course meal is just unnecessary.
No, 5-course. Okay, they're all light meals. They're all light courses.
So we had a chef's salad.
You have appetizer, salad.
We had
soup, entree.
We had their soup that they had for that day. I don't recall what it was. It was a couple years ago. We had salmon, right?
The appetizer.
Yeah, the appetizer was like salmon and
it was salmon and then like a bunch of really expensive seasonings.
yeah, it was just some salmon. It was really good, and then we had steak, right?
Yeah, the main entree was steak. We had Caesar salad. So they did.
Yep.
There was a tomato bisque, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the soup was tomato bisque, and there was a dessert, right?
What's the dessert?
I have no idea. It must have been something really good, but it was not ice cream. I would have remembered that. But yeah, the restaurant was really, really cool. The servers were part of the performance, so they would be dancing around, and then they would just like set your food down and continue on with their act. So I always found that interesting.
That's cool. My next question is, what 5 countries would you like to visit?
Top countries I'd like to visit. Germany. That's up there. Germany, probably Australia, but only like a one-time thing because I don't want to deal with the spiders or any of the other exotic creatures there. I don't necessarily want to deal with that. They stress me out. Bugs are supposed to be one size, not, king size. Where else would I want to go? Probably the UK. That would be nice. Just go to like kind of hit rounds there. Just kind of maybe just go to Europe and Asia and just kind of go to any major place I want to. I would like to go to Seoul eventually. That's in South Korea. Other than that, I don't really want to go anywhere else. Maybe Canada. I don't really like some of their laws, but
what kind of laws do they have?
So Canada is very strict about like gun policies and stuff, and I don't know if I'd really like going there knowing that I wouldn't be able to protect myself in the way I'd like to. So
All right, so Would you rather go into space or deep sea diving?
I would rather go to space than deep sea dive. I'm not very fond of water
Less things.
and less things to eat. Yes,
But
what
if
he
there's one
said.
person who's really stupid and forgets to depressurize, you're dead.
Dude
Must
explodes.
I remind you?
Motherfucker
Okay.
explodes in his
Um,
suit.
But yeah, I would rather go to space. I think it would be. It's not the same as deep sea diving.
No, I mean we're talking about the depressurization.
Oh.
Well, no, I'm talking about the deep sea diving.
Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of swimming, and I feel like visually it'd be more appealing to me if I was in space. Like if I could see my own home up in a spaceship, that would be pretty nice. Can't really do that from underwater. So, yeah.
Okay, so my next question is, name your top 5 exotic animals.
Top 5 exotic animals. Exotic. Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you consider an exotic animal?
Anything besides a cat or a dog.
Anything besides a cat or a dog? Oh.
So.
So.
Snake.
Yes, snakes. I'm actually considering getting a ball python eventually. I think that.
Told me that. But you wanted a tarantula.
I do want a tarantula. I used to take care of a cobalt blue tarantula, so after doing that for a few months, I was kind of like, yeah, I get the hang of it. And tarantulas are fuzzy and they're really nice as long as you know how to treat them. So I was like, yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, no trapdoor spiders.
No, we would no trapdoor spiders. No.
Fuck that.
We would probably get. I want to get a chinchilla. I think they're adorable and just weird, and that reminds me of myself. Just the second part, just the weird part. And probably
Sure.
stop. And probably I don't know. I don't know. That's considered a cat, so I can't say that one. I think that'd be all of them then. Just those 4.
That's cool. That's cool. All right. Do you have any pets right now?
I do. I have a 13-year-old cat behind me. Her name's Sassafras. We can pick her up and bring her over.
No, leave her be.
She's fine. She's high on catnip right now.
Oh, is that why she's being so friendly?
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
she wants to run.
no worries. Come here. Nah, she's being moody. But we've had her for all 13 years. We got her right after she was born. When we first adopted her, her name was Molly, and we didn't like Molly for a cat, so we changed it to Sassafras, and now we just call her Sassy. So,
That's
yeah.
cool. That's cool.
She lives up to her name. She's very sassy.
What are your top 5 favorite drinks?
Top 5 favorite drinks, probably tea. Iced tea is up there. Probably like a peach or mango iced tea would be good.
Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper because only true gamers drink Mountain Dew. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, just carbonated sodas is pretty okay, but I'm just a little picky about which ones. I don't really like water like at all, so water is not up there. Hot cocoa. It's pretty good. And then hot tea, I really like black tea. Like black vanilla tea is pretty good. My mom used to get like this raspberry tea that was also really, really good. Warm.
I look like shit in this camera.
Hey, chill.
Wow, I look like a zombie.
I think you look adorable.
Yes.
Other than that, probably like Sprite. I used to really drink Sprite all the time, but I kind of like stopped drinking it over time. But it's still pretty good. It's just got to be not McDonald's Sprite, you know, because McDonald's always messes up the syrup. So.
Just the one.
Do you like shopping online or in the stores?
I like shopping in the stores because I don't like knowing that I could buy something and it'll just never show up. And I like to be able to try it on, know that it works for me, etc. Like be able to like see it. Like if I go to buy like clothes, I want to be able to try them on before I buy them. I don't want to just I don't want to just buy something, guess my size, and then have it get to me, be the wrong size, not be able to return it because I opened it, things like that.
Right.
And they could show up broken, and it's like I don't want to buy a product, have it show up broken, and then wait even longer for a replacement, and then have a chance of the replacement being broken too. And so I prefer going into the store and picking it up. So yeah.
I understand. What are your top 5 favorite stores to shop at?
Favorite stores to shop at. For like food and stuff, I really like Walmart. Walmart or Costco. They seem to be the most reasonably priced in my area, at least. For like clothing, I would probably say thrift stores and
I'm going to Costco.
I do
Saturday.
solemnly swear never will.
and Hot Topic. Hot Topic's pretty good too. Where else do I go for clothes? Sometimes I'll get clothes at Walmart, like tank tops and stuff for working out in. But other than that, Goodwill's good as well.
Stuff online a lot.
No, I don't.
For clothing?
I've ordered like 2 things. And your hoodie.
And your t-shirt. Oh no, you got that at Think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Sorry.
so when you were in school, what was your favorite subject?
Probably AP photography. That would definitely be one of my favorites.
Cool.
I don't really like the teacher, but it's still a great class. So.
Well, what's your least favorite subject?
Least favorite subject in school, probably English. Not because I don't enjoy, writing or anything like that. It's just what the way the teacher is tackling the lessons, I just don't agree with. And there's a rather large bias in my classroom, which makes it difficult to.
You mean in your whole school? Or maybe just all of the schools in this area?
The bias makes it a lot more difficult to express any opinion that is not agreed upon by the majority, and so it's just frustrating.
Okay, so my next question is, what? All right, so in my school, where I grew up, we had elementary school, middle school, and high school.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you have, or is it called
Yep.
something different?
We had the
so
same.
K through 12, what was your favorite school lunches or breakfasts?
What was my favorite school I went to? Is that what you said?
No, favorite school lunches or favorite
School
breakfast.
lunches? Okay, when I was in elementary school, on Fridays was pizza day, and we had like these little rectangular pizzas that had these tiny little cubes of pepperoni. I used to live for those. Like,
Yes, prison.
I don't think I had that much serotonin when I was in elementary school, but let me tell you, that pizza, dude, it made me happy.
Cool.
Everyone at our school loved it. We also enjoyed the nachos in middle
yeah.
school.
Oh,
The
yeah.
nachos in middle school were pretty good. You could get jalapenos, beans, beef. You could get the cheese. You could get sriracha if you wanted. I don't really like that. You could get like all sorts of stuff on them. Sometimes they had chicken, and it was like, yeah, you could just get everything.
What are your plans for the next year?
For next year, I'm trying to better establish like my job, make sure I have hours and I'm saving money, trying to move. Hopefully get on a better streaming schedule, buy better internet to fix my streaming schedule better since it's messed up due to my internet. Other than that, grow my photography page and get a lot more portraits done.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, hopefully in my own place with my boyfriend. I don't know
Maybe a roommate.
yeah, and maybe a roommate. It's expensive to live here.
Who
Hopefully
said we were gonna be here?
hopefully COVID will be averted by then, so I'll be out skating with my derby team and potentially a speed skating team. Just be outdoors. I love being outdoors. I'll be indoors for streams, but you know, I like being outside.
Ain't nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Next 10 years. Oh. Hopefully making more than minimum wage. I would see myself by then maybe in my own house. It just genuinely depends on the market and my budget. I would hopefully be making at, at least $5 above the minimum wage of where I live. I'd have like a not level and like a like an entry level job. Hopefully it would be above that by then.
Hmm.
Probably have another pet, maybe 2 pets. And I'd be with this guy.
So you don't want a child in 7 years?
I mean, I do, but that's like down the line. You said 5 years, right? Or did you say 10?
That one was 10. It's okay.
That was 10.
It's
Oh,
okay.
then yeah, probably a kid towards the end of it.
All right.
Hey, chill.
Yeah, then we better be better off with that.
That's what I said.
I mean, if you were streaming and everything, that'd be perfect.
I know.
Because then you wouldn't have to leave home.
I know.
Do you have any special talents besides roller derby?
Do I have any special talents besides roller derby? I wouldn't argue roller derby is a talent. I will say that some people can follow orders for a sport like that better than some and learn the drills for it and stuff, but it really comes down to if you're willing to practice and you want to learn, you will learn it. And it's just like for me it's like talent is like I don't know, it's a iffy word for me. It's like you can argue that people are talented at something, but in reality, they just are willing to practice it. So that's how I view it, at least. I don't know. Do
you play instruments?
I do. I play violin. I haven't picked it up recently. Just been not feeling like playing, so that sucks. But I do plan to get back into it soon. Yeah, I played violin all throughout school up until a couple years ago because my our teacher was just butting heads with me, so I just decided, I'll just take a break. It's fine. Yeah, I do like to draw. I'm not able to show you. I can show you some of my drawings, I think. Just some of them I just can't show because I do a lot of like practice from like models and stuff. And it's like I can't draw clothes, so it's just so they're just nude. And so I don't think you want that on your YouTube. But yeah, I do enjoy realism.
Draw him. Show him these little peeps.
No, I'm not showing that.
Why not?
No.
They're cute.
That doesn't show any like artistic ability. Okay. Here, where's
How
my
does
water
that-
bottle?
How does that not show artistic ability?
I did freehand some stuff on my water bottle here. So you have like a Pepe the Frog. I did the Seahawks logo because I like
Dang,
football.
That looks perfect.
Thank you. I got a little skate down here, and then it has my derby name, which is Celerity. Sorry if it's flipped for you. I'm not sure if it
No,
is.
that's cool. That's cool. It looks
Okay.
perfect. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, practiced like my penmanship and stuff. But I just
That's
kind of put random
cool.
stuff on my stream and whatnot on here.
That's
Got the
cool.
little Apple logo. But yeah.
Yeah, that's cool right there. I like that.
Thanks.
What is your message to the girls of the future, 20 years and younger?
My message to the girls in the future, 20 years younger. 20 years or younger, right? Is that what you said? Don't let yourself be molded. Just because everyone around you has like a specific expectation of you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to meet those expectations for them. Like if you have your own like morals and opinions, don't shut them out just because you know someone else won't agree with it. Don't be afraid to, share your opinion, regardless of if it's following what everyone else thinks. So, if Jimmy thinks red is the best color and you think it's blue, you tell him. Bad example, obviously. It's kind of funny. But from a political standpoint, I find it the most difficult to get an opinion out of a female. And so for me, it's like, don't just agree with someone so you don't have to like have a conversation, because political conversations can be important to the person who engages them. They want to know how you think. They want to know your opinions on certain things because they care about it. And so if you just kind of are like, oh yeah, I guess I agree with this, then it makes it a lot more difficult to have that connection with someone. And so I would just say that, like, if you have something to say, just say it. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't think this might offend someone, right? Because we choose to be offended by something, right? So in that sense, if you believed that, then you wouldn't say anything because there was always a chance it could offend someone, right? So for me, it's like, tell people what you think, share your opinions. Don't be that person that just goes behind someone else's opinion and is like, I agree with him. And then don't add anything. Just be honest.
There was like a transformer or a gunshot.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. Yeah. It stressed me out. I was like, oh. But yeah. That is what I would say to them.
So what is your message to the women of the future, 20 years and older?
20 years and older? Don't be a Karen. And I mean that as seriously as I can be. Genuinely, please do not be a Karen, okay? If you are in an established business and you decide to make a ruckus of it, just don't. There's no reason to be aggressive towards management. There's no reason to be rude to employees. They're just doing their job. If you have a problem with that, then just leave.
What if
There are other businesses you can send your money to if you have a problem with it.
What if they're like, kidnapping stray cats and using them as food?
What? What are you talking about?
I'm just like hypothetical situation. What if they're doing something awful or horrendous? Then isn't it like your duty to be a Karen?
Okay, that's a little different though. Okay, so basically I'm saying if you're going into an establishment and you are asking for something or trying to get something and they say refuse you service for whatever reason, that if it's against their policies, etc., then respect that. Don't get up in their face. Don't demand to see their manager unless you absolutely have to, and they will usually grab their manager for you. You don't have to go screaming around the store, "Where's the manager?" Things like that. Just be respectful. Remind yourself, this is not my company. I am a potential client for the company. It is not my place to be aggressive or rude or otherwise what's another word for it? Disrespectful. Yeah. I feel like I shouldn't have to say that to them, but at the same time, I've witnessed
you
it
do.
firsthand,
Yes,
and
you
so
do.
I'm just like, I wish
Yes,
I
you
didn't
do.
have to though.
For real.
Like I've had people come to me and been this way, and I personally don't appreciate it, and I find it to be extremely disrespectful and very it really affects the atmosphere of a business, because if you're just shopping there and they start a scene, then automatically it just sort of drops a level. Like it might have been like a peaceful, friendly feeling environment, but now that you have this aggressive person, male or female, but mainly female, you have them yelling about the store. You have like they're trying to get the person removed from the store. So now you're trying to get about with your shopping. You can't check out because the cashier is being screamed at by this person, right? Things like that. And it's just like a very negative like situation, and they're not necessary. Just think before you act. It's takes about 2 seconds, sometimes a little more. We don't judge. Just think first.
All right. So my next question is, what would you tell your future self 20 years from now?
What would I tell my future self? Oh, I would probably tell myself like, congratulations, you survived this long. You did not die of COVID. Do not die of any other problems. Good job. You better have a job. Speaking of, I would probably have expectations for myself. I'd probably be like, make sure I'm still skating or otherwise in well health and like physically fit. I'd probably have a kid by then, so hopefully treating the kid properly and raising them as they should be. Not much else. I mean,
Hopefully, I won't abuse my child.
oh my god, I don't mean it like that.
That's
Jeez.
I'm
I
sorry.
didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. No, I'd
I
never
get
abuse
you.
my child, bro. Yeah.
Don't say that either. That makes it sound even worse.
Stop.
All right. So, do you have a message for the women, for all of the women around the world?
Just like a plain message for him. I would probably say in a world full of sheep, be a shepherd. What? What are you laughing about?
Nothing.
Okay. Basically what I mean by that is, don't follow in other people's footsteps just to get by. Like, be expressive, not to the level of being a Karen, okay? Just to be clear. Whether that's like within like a certain community, doesn't matter. Just express your opinions, express your thoughts. Don't be afraid to put your voice out there, and don't take ideas from other people, things like that. Be creative. Think. Try to take your own ideas and put them into action before you have someone tell you theirs, and then try to
Sorry.
take it. Sorry, I keep losing my train of thought.
Take your time. Take your time.
What else would I say? Kind of similar to what I would say to women like 20 years and younger, and then the 20 and older is just, if you have an opinion, don't shut it in just because you think it might offend someone. Okay, you can't always be a crowd pleaser. You can't choose, like, no one is a crowd pleaser. They can say they are, but there's always going to be at least one person that they're going to offend in some way, shape, or form. So take the approach of putting your opinion out there to get, just get it heard. Have people can respond to it in whatever way they want to, but at least now they know your thoughts. It's very important to share your thoughts and your how you think certain things should be. Otherwise, we end up kind of how we are right now, where people are like, oh, well, I agree with Joe, so I guess I'm a Democrat, right? So then that means I vote Democratic Party because I think I'm a Democrat, but I don't actually share my opinions, right? So I just say I'm labeling myself as being a part of a political group because I agreed with someone else's opinion without thinking about it or sharing my own thoughts to better understand politics as a whole. So a lot of that happens, especially where I am. I'm in Washington, and I will tell you that it is a very liberal state, which totally fine. I'm kind of in the middle of the spectrum. I don't really care. I'm moderate, and I find that a lot of people, you get talking to them about politics, sometimes you have to change your wording a lot just to get them to talk about it. Once you get them to really talk about it, you will realize they'll label themselves as one thing and actually in reality agree with the politics of another. And so that's why I'm like, just share your opinions and your thoughts so that people can better understand you. And don't fall behind. I live in this state. This state is a blue state, so I have to have the ideals of, fill in the blank. So just like don't be a follower, like share your thoughts, share your opinions, share where you stand on events that happen throughout the world.
All right. So my next question is, do you have any shout outs that you would like to give, like to your friends or to your family?
Shout outs. Ooh. Come here.
Alright.
Want to shout out my boyfriend for being with me for the last 3 years, and hopefully more to come. He's also a Twitch streamer, and he's really good at games, and I'm jealous.
I
What's
don't
his
really stream
Twitch
often
channel?
anymore.
His Twitch channel is Nodens of the Abyss, no spaces or
Can you
capitals.
spell it?
Can I spell it? Yeah. Nodens OFTHEABYSS. He likes to stream a game called Stalker. He's pretty good at it. It's a very entertaining game in my opinion, at least.
Old shooter.
It's an old shooter. It's a survival game. So, other than that, I'm on the production team for a show called Killer Instinct. It is hosted by Elite Submission on Twitch. It is similar to Mafia, except it's with Twitch streamers, and so it's a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of faces you may recognize or just new people to interact with, and it's really easy to get on the show. You can just DM a recruiter and they'll get you on. So
What did your parents teach you as a child that you would like to teach your children in the future?
what did my parents teach me as a child that I would like to pass on to my children in the future? I wouldn't pass it on in the same way my parents did, just because the way they did, I don't think any parent should repeat. But I would definitely teach them respect. What?
What?
Why'd you start laughing?
Just because I didn't think you'd say that, but it's okay. It's
You
okay.
didn't think I'd say respect, or the
Yeah.
thing I said before it?
No, I didn't think you'd say respect because of the thing you said before.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, so I would definitely say respect. I would definitely say like I would teach them to express their emotions and to not be afraid to be honest. It's kind of hard to parent someone if you can't understand how they feel. I would say to be opinionated. A lot of parents like to try to get their kids to like believe things similar to them.
Not be opinionated.
Huh?
You said,
Oh no, I'm saying I want my kids to be opinionated because a lot of parents don't want their kids to be.
well, that can
Opinionated.
mean two things, babe. That can mean like opinionated as in you're a zealot and you're unwielding in your views, or opinionated as in you have a bunch of opinions and you don't care what people think. So it's like,
Well, I just mean I want them to have opinions and share them. I don't want them to just go off
I get
of
you're
what
saying.
I
I
would
get what you're
say.
saying.
yeah.
So it's like, yeah. So like when you have like parents and like, cause like when it's like when elementary school kids try to talk about like topics they hear their parents talk about and then think that they agree with it without fully understanding it. I don't want my kids to do that. I want them to feel like they are open to many things. Like I'm not religious personally, but growing up, my dad, I was baptized 4 times and I was sent to church every Sunday. And we prayed every Sunday and
Think for yourself. Question for
and I realized that that was not the religion for me, and so I had eventually left it. So it's like I wouldn't be opposed to my children trying a religion if they felt like they confided with it. So it's like I don't have a problem with it, but a lot of parents I do know would try to force it onto their kids, and I don't want to do that at all. I would teach them that I would probably have more than one kid, so I would probably try to teach them. Okay, okay, chill. Okay. If I did have more than one kid, I would teach them to be loyal to each other and understand that eventually, chances are, me and their parent would probably be gone, and they would only have each other left. And so, just kind of help them understand that you might fight now, you might have your disagreements, your arguments, etc. It's healthy, okay? But you should have each other's backs. If you have a huge falling out, I'm not going to pull you back together, but they need to understand like they're not always going to have, their parents' shoulder to lean on. And so being able to help each other and support each other is a lot better in my opinion. So
Okay.
yeah.
So those are good answers. What would you like people to know about you before they watch your first stream? You and your channel.
So I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/LethaliaJ. I stream a lot of art. I take commissions on stream. Everything on this water bottle, someone used channel points and we're like, hey, can you add a Pepe? Can you add like a little saying from my channel? Can you add your skate, etc.? Like, I love doing that with the community. It's a lot of fun. I do stream some games. Been having to fix my PC lately, so not too many games currently, but I will be getting back into some games, probably Mordhau, CSGO, probably not Valorant. I played Valorant a lot when I first started this channel back in April. Other than that, I also edit my photos on my Twitch, so if you want to see that, can be entertaining. Some people say it's very relaxing, like they could fall asleep to it. So that's what you want to do. I'm always open to talk. So if you come in my chat and you state something, I will respond to it, unless it's against TOS or it's just not appropriate. Then I'm gonna delete your message. But if you want to talk, I'll talk. He'll talk to you too. My boyfriend is usually always by my side when I stream, and so
That's good. That's good.
yeah.
Okay, so my next question is, how do you feel women are represented in the world?
I feel like women are represented very, very differently depending on where you are in the world. I think it's a very very different in some parts of the world compared to here. Here, I mean, they work in hair salons. There's not really much about women here.
They do that everywhere.
I know, but you kind of get what I'm saying, though. Like, they're taking these, like, a lot of them work in kind of the same kind of jobs that they're expected to, I guess. What?
I want to like say stuff, but I'm not going to because it's your interview.
Okay. I mean, here it's kind of like you don't see too many women in like management positions. You don't really see that much in most of the businesses around here, unless they're local.
I agree. I agree,
Well, I got
especially
girl
like big.
managers at the Best Buy. At the Burger King, there was a girl manager.
No, you mean like managers, like supervisor, like CEOs of the company.
Yes, I mean higher up
I
management.
mean, like
Right.
Wall Street.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
I also there's a lot of like here at least like women are like shown as like very artistic. It might just be chance, but there's a lot of dancers here. There's a lot of singers. Not as many photographers, unfortunately. But there's a lot of women here that are very theatrical as well, and so it's like very interesting. It's like it's just weird because it's like I normally wouldn't expect a lot of the women that I see doing what they're doing to do that, and that's just a mix of like personal experiences and like stereotypes that have been lived out in my area, whether I agree with them or not, and so it's like really weird. I would say like in other places they're kind of just represented as like housewives. Some places here even not necessarily represented, but maybe expected to be housewives.
A lot of places here. A lot of places here. You're right. A lot of places.
Yeah. And so it's like you go to some homes and they're like, oh yeah, I'm a stay-at-home mom and like I clean and I cook and that's my job. And it's like it's interesting that that has not evolved over time as much as it could have. I do run into some people and it's like a stay-at-home mom and a stay-at-home dad because the dad and the mom work from home. Like I met a couple of days ago and they were both accountants from home. And so that was interesting. But other than that, I don't really run into any other occupations except for in the medical field. There are a lot of women in the medical field here. I would say it's probably
What?
what?
What are you slapping me for?
I didn't slap you, I tapped you. What are you doing?
Waiting.
Okay. Yeah, I would say like there's a lot more women in the medical field. A lot of nurses. are female. A lot of the doctors here are also female, which is good. I would say it's either a 50-50 or maybe like a 60-40 on female to male ratio, which is interesting.
Pretty normal. Sorry, I shouldn't say anything.
Well, when I first got here, over 10 years ago, I will say that it's kind of switched because a lot of the hospitals here only had or mainly had male physicians and doctors.
Hmm.
And I went through a few different ones, and it's like dental facilities as well. So it's like the dentist and the technician for the dentist were always male up until a few years ago. What?
Dentistry has a higher amount of males in it,
Yeah.
but also it could be that as when you were younger, you felt like there was more males because by practice they will pair doctors up at the opposite sex because it is seen as uncouth or more respectful to give someone to not give someone a doctor of the same sex because the majority of people are uncomfortable with it.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I suppose that could have played into it, but
Right.
I'm pretty sure because I would walk around and see staff that it would not be female majority. It would definitely be male majority and maybe like one female.
That's weird. 'Cause
Yeah.
for me, it's always been like an equal amount or more females.
Yeah, well, you're not from here, so it's a little different for you.
I understand. My last question of the night is, what needs to be changed for women to have more power in the world?
What needs to be changed for women to have more power in the world? I don't know if anything necessarily needs to change within the world. I think it's more so like an individual thing, and it's like if you want to have power, I think it also depends on what you're looking at as power, because you can use power in a malicious way, and so I wouldn't want that to happen, obviously. But like if you wanted power within like a company, I would just say like you you get what you deserve. Like the harder you work, the more reward you get. And so it's like just work hard. Don't try to use don't try to use a part of yourself to get somewhere. Please do not do that. Just use your voice, work hard,
Who are you
and
gonna be
earn.
for?
Cause you keep making faces, and like earn your position. Do it the right way, you know, because there's plenty of ways to try to get a position in this day and age, or any age really. That
Don't try to bypass the meritocracy.
yeah, I can't say that word right half the time. So what he said. Yeah, but basically just work hard. If you don't put in the effort, there's not much that you can do about it. You know, it's like if you put in 50%, you're gonna get 50%. You know, so it's like if you want to be in a higher position, then give it 100, maybe 110. You know, just really push to show your commitment and like the quality of whatever work you are doing, and just really show people that you are growing as an individual and as a part of whatever company or whatever, community, etc. And just,
Be competitive, be fair.
yes, be competitive, but be fair. But yeah.
All right, so this thing in the interview, is there anything that you think you left out that you would like to say, or do you think we covered everything tonight?
Probably doesn't sound super important, but I have another pet. His name is Gizmo. He's a mini Aussie Shepherd, and he is adorable. He's on my streams sometimes. My cat is always in the background. She is licking clothes right now. She's weird. But if you like pets, I have emotes for both my cat and my dog, and so if you spam them in the chat, I'll bring them up so you can say hi. But yeah.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, is she okay?
Well, yeah. If y'all don't like my channel, it ain't for me. Y'all just go to watch her anyway. I ain't doing this for me. I'm doing this for them. Miss J, I do appreciate you coming on here.
Thanks for having me.
Hopefully, absolutely. Hopefully this went well, and I'll be able to have you in the future sometime again.
Yeah, for
And
sure.